Okay. And here is Mother?
The Church of the Machine God has a leader, but all we know about her at this point is that she's a woman, and they call her Mother. It's creepy, right? I think that's really creepy.
And then here is the Builder.
There's a rumor that the Church of the Machine God is building a machine that will help bring forth the singularity. Sure, I guess that's a possibility. I'm just not sure what they would plug that machine into.
I'm sorry, we're all in strung out shit. Now I think my blood is
Janus.
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 I mean, what can you say about him? Or her. Nobody really knows who or what Janus is. But what many believe is that Janus is running the most dangerous hacking group in the world, attacking corrupt politicians and businesses on a global scale. The corporate world is terrified of Janus.
But they don't even know if Janus is a real person. What else is here? Here is Vano. Let's start with Otar. Well, let's start with Radich, because he's the top guy here.
The elusive Radich Nikoladze. This guy's a piece of work. Driven and ruthless. When he came up, he was the youngest boss in the Diwali crime family. The man spends more money on suits than most people spend on their houses. But don't let the looks in the haute couture fool you. He's the boss, he's in control, and he's squashed more than a few people who've tried to take him down along the way.
So he is the leader of the Diwali. Under him is Otar.
Otar Botkavelli. This guy's a classic. They don't make many like him anymore. Sharp mind, a real businessman. One of those gangsters who thinks that crime is a necessary evil, you know? If it's gonna happen, he's there to make sure people have respect and make good money.
Composition could tell us a lot, but it's the trigger that really.
So we infiltrated his casino and actually tranquilized him. Vano.
Otar's right-hand man is this guy, Vano. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, if you know what I mean, but he's strong and loyal, something Otar values greatly.
I don't think we've encountered him yet. And then,
I don't even know where to start with
Constantine.
Ah, the Diwali called this guy Constantine. Like that's supposed to be intimidating, right? We don't have a last name for Constantine, but until his death in the Rizika bombing, he was a high-placed member of the Diwali crime family, answering to Otar Botkavelli. We suspect he has lots of connections in the upper echelons of the organization, all the way up to Radich Nikoladze and beyond. Between you and me, I suspect that he's a Pakhan, a spy that watches a Diwali lieutenant closely to make sure he doesn't make a move on the boss.
Oh, he's dead now.
I'd love to look at the bomb
Khan spy.
No dice, not our
The
show.
classic Diwali structure has two spies, or Pakhans, working for the lieutenant who report directly to the boss, to make sure he stays the boss. Those guys are pretty violent.
What I hear, the explosives were designed to
Okay.
get maximum strength.
Oh, here we go. The Diwali crime family. As you may already know, they're one of the largest crime syndicates in Eastern Europe, but they do business almost everywhere, from Northern Europe all the way to the Middle East. After their humble beginnings in a coastal town in Georgia, the Diwali quickly moved from gambling to more lucrative criminal enterprises, until they found their specialty, smuggling, which includes human trafficking too. The Diwali can get anything to anywhere. It's as if borders just don't exist to them. But their rapid expansion came at the cost of their Georgian purity, when they started incorporating an ever-increasing number of Russians into the group. If you ask me, I think a major power struggle is coming within the Diwali. One of the old versus the new. The past versus the future.
Okay. Purity First.
Purity First is an anti-aug group dedicated to keeping humans human. All pure, no augmentations. In their obsessive pursuit of this goal, they have taken extreme measures and are suspected of being responsible for multiple acts of breaking and entering, vandalism, and theft. On occasion, they've even become violent, being implicated in several assaults and murders as they push for their goal of human purity. They've been quiet since the incident.
Wow. That is a lot of stuff to keep track of. Holy cow. Well, it's good he's got it on the board there, but even still, sheesh. A lot of stuff to keep track of. Well, thanks for your hard work there, Brian. Here's a pocket secretary. Let's check it out. From Vincent to Angela Risso. So originally, Angela wrote to Vince Black about suspicions. Vince, you know the courtyard just down the street from us? I go there sometimes to grab a snack after work, and there's one storage locker there that always felt a little suspicious. Well, today I learned it belongs to Otar Botkavelli. We can't go in there officially without a warrant, and my hunch obviously isn't enough to get us one, but I did crack the code to the door, 3874. One of us could go in unofficially, just to see what's inside. What do you think, boss? Angie. And Vince writes back, Angie, I trust your hunches better than most people's evidence. There's no way, if the Diwali number 2 owns it, that the storage locker is 100% clean. I'm in the middle of something I can't break away from right now. Check it out yourself quietly. Tell me what you find. Have we seen Angela Rizzo since we got here? Or is she missing? I don't remember. Here is another computer belonging to Benjamin Scott. Guess we have to go this way. See if we get lucky to get in this one. Oh, this stupid firewall here. That's what's slowing us down. But we got through anyway. Okay, I need to keep an eye on that. Okay. So, from Debbie Connolly to Benjamin Scott, search warrant. Ben, I finally managed to get that search warrant you wanted for the internet cafe. Don't tell anybody your suspicions that Janus contacts a local operative there. They won't accept that because in their minds that makes it a local issue and therefore their jurisdiction, not ours. I got the warrant by pretending the suspected contact is connected to ARC and knew about the bombing. I'll let you know when the warrant arrives. Don't do anything until then, Debbie. Okay. From Peter Chang to Benjamin Scott, stay on Janus. Ben, I know Miller wants you on the bombing, but please, under the radar, continue keeping tabs on Janus. We have a lot of people on Ruzica, and we need to get this guy before he gets us. Thanks, Chang. I was going to say Craig. And then that note about the shooting competition is there.
Smart move. They don't want to be caught in the dragnet.
A lot of information here at TF29. We haven't even made it through it all the way yet. Just a ridiculous amount of information.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
I don't know how it's possible to keep track of all of it. Excuse me. So I don't know if that's a computer that we can hack into or not. She's using it right now. Who's this guy?
Jensen, we need to
Peter
talk.
Chang. Peter Chang says we need to talk, so I guess we'll talk to him. Especially since, what's her name? I don't remember her name. Melanie? The girl who sits up in the shipping place asked if we had spoken with Chang. Let's talk to him. What's up, Chang?
By God, Jensen, I heard about the explosion. We should relocate. I was thinking we could corner Director Miller together. Tell him it's not safe enough here.
We're fine, Chang.
The police station, the train station, we're next. I can feel it. I can more than feel it. I can see it happening.
No one knows where we are. There's no reason to get paranoid.
That's where you're wrong. They're trying to pull the lid off of us, Jensen, or someone is. Prahadovos just got hacked.
Our building's front company. Thought it was fake.
I wish it was fake. Miller's got me cleaning up IntelliCam footage from the attack to help figure out who these people are. Meanwhile, maybe they're trying to figure out who we are? Why else poke into an import company?
You think someone's figured out that the company's a front? Maybe they know what's really down here.
We have a lot of enemies. The people who bombed the train station. You don't think they'd love to know where we are? You need to help me figure out who's looking into us and make them stop.
So we could decline, we could accept, or we could delve deeper. Decline, I have other priorities. Accept. Alright, do you have any leads or delve deeper? I'm going to need more information about this snoop of yours. Let's delve deeper, shall we?
I'm gonna need more information about this snoop of yours.
I don't know for sure that our cover's been blown, but if it has, we need to know before our enemies have a chance to do something about it.
You got an MO in this hacker?
At first I thought it might be the Collective.
But you're not convinced.
Not Janus's style to leave crumbs this big. But whoever it is, they risk exposing us. If the Collective ever found out where we operate... My God, Jensen.
Maybe Janus knows already.
Hey, don't say shit like that. I get nervous enough as it is.
You really think there's a risk here? Maybe someone's just poking around the fake website of a fake company.
If someone points a gun at me, I assume it's loaded. If someone hacks into the website of the company that serves as our cover, I assume they're doing it for a bad reason.
Such as?
Everything depends on who they are and what they know. But we're in the business of dealing with terrorists. If those terrorists find out where we are...
TF-29 likes its privacy.
Sure. More importantly, Chang likes being in one piece. Unlike you, I don't just brush off explosions.
I liked how his expression changed when he said that.
What can you tell me about our front company?
Praha Dovos was designed to be forgettable. The kind of place you walk by 100 times and still can't remember.
It obviously caught someone's attention. What happens if we're compromised?
My guess, we dismantle and disappear. Agents go into hiding, director burrows into some hole, poof, no Christmas party.
Alright.
I need you to find out as much as you can about our Snoop. Make sure we're not in danger.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, you have any leads?
I traced our hacker Snoop to an unrented apartment. Top floor, 33 Hlavny, just down the street. This guy walks by us every single day. Probably walks in.
You're kidding.
See? You feel it now. The constant buried alive feeling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were supposed to be suspicious of things that go on outside these walls.
It's never that simple.
Just get into that apartment, access the computer they used, and find out what you can. And be careful, Jensen. We don't know who we're dealing with.
I'll look into it. As soon as I know something, so will you.
Well, we've already been in that apartment. It was the Samizdat apartment. Find the source of the hack. Which one was it? This one. So, the mission briefing, Peter Chang, our cybercrime specialist, says some local hackers been digging into Praha Dovos, the task force's front company. If someone's out there trying to compromise TF-29, it could undermine my own attempts to get answers. Objective details find the source of the hack. Someone's taken an interest in TF-29's front company. Chang was able to trace the hack to a top-floor apartment at 33 Hlavny. So we'll have to go back there. Like I said, we've already been in that apartment. And I think it's the apartment with the board on the wall with like a map, and it kind of looks like the board over there with all the lines drawn.
I'd rather not say what
I wanted to go back there anyway to check it out again, so this gives us an excuse to do it. Chang's using his computer, so we can't hack into it. So we'll move on. His computer over there.
They've been everywhere for the past week.
Alright, let's see if we can get into can't get into this computer. Selina Carter. Yeah, I guess we have to go this way.
Composition can tell us a lot, but it's the trigger that...
Anomaly detected.
We might have enough time.
Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Alright, that was easy. Okay, so this is from Ryan Baker to Selina Carter, drop-off locker. Simon intercepted a local communication talking about a storage locker being used as a drop-off. I looked into it, turns out it's right near us. We've been watching it for a few days, and already clocked several Devali members going in and out. We should take a look in there when we have a clear idea on when we have a good window of opportunity. We don't want to spook them off. The current code they're using is 6354, but I'll update you if it changes, thanks. Huh. Okay, here's something from Jake Carter to Selina Carter. Good news. Hi, Selina. I wanted to share the good news with you. I'm licensed again. I owe it all to my rep who negotiated the deal. I won't bore you with the official alphanumeric designations, but basically all I had to do was change the designation of my legs, and now I'm back on the duty roster. We ship to Afghanistan in 10 days, so it looks like your favorite cousin is back to fighting the good fight. Take care, Jake. Good for you, Jake. From Peter Chang to Selina Carter. Urgent NSN diagnostic. Selina, I need you to check the NSN lava wall is still at 100%. It's had to resist a lot of attempted hacks recently, but I'm still told by some that I'm just being paranoid when I keep pushing for security procedures in this place. Like I don't have enough shit to fix. You'll need to use a new code to get in. I changed the keypad to 7734. Give me a shout when you've completed the diagnostic, Chang. And this is the cybercrime guy, and he's putting passcodes and emails. Got 2 codes out of that one. Here's somebody over here sitting at a locked computer. You're not fooling anybody, lady. I know you're not using that computer. Robert Allen. Good boy. Need to go this way.
Anomaly detected.
I'm not going to get in there. How am I supposed to get up there? Not sure. I think we need to go this way.
Anomaly
Ah,
detected.
crap.
Trace program
And if we get
initiated.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies.
if we get detected that quick, we're not going to get in.
Anomaly
Oh,
detected.
come on.
Trace program initiated.
All right, let's keep trying.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
All right, so now, man, now I need to go this way, and then this way, and then this way, and this way. Jeez.
Anomaly detected.
We're not going to get in. There's just not enough time.
Program initiated. Access
Oh,
denied.
man. I don't know how we're supposed to get into those. I'm not going to remember which ones I've been to and which ones I haven't been to. Let's try this one now. Allison Walchuck. Oh, brother, look at this one. At least these are zeros.
These guys might as well let go.
Negative. They're saying it was faulty wiring.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiate. Access granted.
Oh, yeah. Alright, Allison, what do you got? From Reese Davis to Allison Walchuck, good news, bad news. Allie, quick message, but I didn't want to keep you waiting. I got a ping on that Diwali cache you were tracing. It didn't go to ARC like you thought. They sent it back home to Georgia. I'll keep you posted, Reese.
Tell us a lot, but it's the trigger that really does the talking.
Okay. Allison Walchuck sent an email to Clements Moorer about Shigeta. Clements, I need you to keep your feelers out for someone, Joseph Shigeta.
No dice, not our show.
There were 4 hackers involved in last night's failed cyber attack on the Taeyong Vault in Palisade. 2 are in custody. 1 fried his brain when the attack failed. Shigeta's the last, and he's in the wind. Allie. Allie, it took 3 weeks, but I found him. Japanese police pulled his corpse out of Sagami Bay 2 nights ago. Fingers broken, eyes burned out. All while he was still alive. When they make an example of someone, they don't fool around. Clements. Okay. Man, this is a lot of crap
What
to
I
keep
hear,
track
the explosives
of.
were designed to get maximum spread.
You'd think one of them would pop
All
up
right.
on some list somewhere.
Any computers over here we haven't been able to get into yet. So we got into that
I
one.
don't even know where to start with theorizing.
We haven't been into
Right
this
now, I
one
think my
yet.
blood is about 60% Catholic. Police are playing stingy with sharing.
This one looks very tricky.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some
Is
list.
it or is it not a probable target? They're posturing
Anomaly
as opposed to conducting an actual investigation.
There's not enough time.
Initiated.
5 seconds is just not enough time.
Second is a good soft chair.
Just wish someone would
I
none of
highly
it
doubt
take
whoever
away.
did this bothered to stick around.
There's something here, I'll find it.
I'll nail it.
Anomaly detected.
Come on,
Trace
let me in.
access granted.
Alright. Gabriel Nelson's computer.
It's the right phone.
From Simon Daniels to Gabriel Nelson, twofer. I found out how those 2 snitches of yours wound up in the morgue. One of them said too much, trying to impress a hooker, and when her Diwali boyfriend caught with him, he fingered the other snitch in the hopes that it would save him. It looks like you don't have a leak after all. Okay. Gabriel wrote to Ryan about the... Oh, no. Ryan wrote to Gabriel about the spook. one of our colleagues tried to convince me that Jensen got kicked off the police force in Detroit for killing a kid and starting a riot.
Close my eyes.
I don't buy it. You?
Code swirling on my lids.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
I don't remember that. From Gabriel to Ryan. Hell yeah, you can't trust a guy who wears sunglasses indoors. Okay, that's a joke, of course. I don't think it's true, but still, of all the mysteries around here, your man Jensen is one of the more interesting. How does a guy like that even wind up in a place like this? I know McCready didn't want him. He's been here 6 months, and I still don't know anything about him. It's Gabriel saying that. Then Ryan writes back, me neither. He's not exactly a warm and welcoming kind of guy. I've never invited him to lunch, and I don't think anyone else has either. That's not just because he's an aug. The man keeps to himself even more than Chicane does. I tried asking Jim about how he got here casually. I thought Herr Director was going to tear my throat out. Which reminds me, Jim's really giving you and me the frosty treatment lately, even more than usual. Any idea what's up? Okay, so we still have this computer to get into, and I mean, I'm pretty sure that this computer was one we could get into as well, but he's using it. These other ones I don't know because people are using them. So I'm going to end my play session here. There's a lot of stuff going on. I really don't know how in the world anybody is supposed to keep track of all of this information that we've just learned. I don't know how it's possible. And I mean, it's all kind of intertwined. You know, people knowing people, talking about people that other people talk about. It's just too much for my small brain. But we'll keep forging forward because overall, I think the overall story is still interesting, and I'm having fun exploring. So I'm going to keep going. Sure do hope that you have enjoyed this play session. If you have, why don't you let me know, leave me a like, leave me a comment. If you're not a subscriber, won't you please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I sure do hope you join me again in the next episode.